Hi, welcome, it's Libby. It's November the 4th, so it's the day before the American election, not that I'm really concerned about that. I know in Britain we are all anticipating what will happen. I've got no particular sides to the politics over there. I just wish that we could have, you know, the energy of peace through our planet right now, because it seems like everywhere and everyone is not particularly happy. So I thought I'd come on, and I thought I'd come on and give you a little bit of peace and a bit of sunshine. I've been down my fields today. As you can see, I've got an array of rosehips. I left a couple of them on the vine, or so to speak, as it's called, a vine, but so you would know what it looks like. So let me just take it up to the camera. Ooh, can't very good with this. So there's the rosehip, and it's on its little stem. It's got spikes on. This one isn't particularly spiky, but I found a really massive patch full of rosehips. And it's a patch that I go to every year, and I kind of know they're going to be perfect about the end of October, beginning of November. They've started to get a little bit soft, which is perfect because we're going to get lots of flavour from them. It is better if they've had a frost. We did have a couple of air frosts. We've not had many, but I'm going to take it that we've not had a frost. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to prepare these, and I'm going to make some rosehip honey. I've been to my local garden centre this morning, and I picked up some local honey. It's quite expensive. It was £6.95 if anybody wants to know how much it was. But it's local. It literally is the next village to me. There's a garden centre, and their hives are actually within the garden at the garden centre. So it's very, very, very local. So you can't get much local than that. So I'll be using that to infuse the, to blend the rosehip syrup in with the, the rosehips in with the honey to make rosehip syrup. I made some a while ago, about a month ago. And the rosehips weren't particularly, they were a little bit underripe, what I think, but they're still nice. So I made a couple of jars. Doesn't make a lot, so this was literally like a couple of cups worth, and so I've got this little bottle. I took some down to my son and the grandchildren to have on their porridge and have, you know, in pancakes, that kind of thing. It's got honey in it. I tend to keep it in the fridge. This one's just come out the fridge, so it's a little bit thick. It needs to come up to room temperature and then give it a shake before you kind of use it. But I would definitely store it in the fridge. So I'm planning on making some more. It's extremely high in vitamin C. And years ago, during the war, or after the war and during the war, there was an awful lot of lack of vitamin C. Our children had got scurvy, they were not getting a lot of vitamin C. So what they used to do is they used to get the children to go out into the fields and pick the rosehips. And they would get, I don't know, a penny for a big bag of them. I mean, this took me probably 3/4 an hour to pick, maybe, probably not as long as that. So I would have got a penny for that, maybe. And they took it to the school or a collection point, and then the government would take it away, and they would turn it into rosehip syrup, and then they would use it in schools. And I remember as a child having semolina and rosehip syrup on my semolina, on rice pudding. So it was something that I was brought up with, and it's quite an old-fashioned thing to do. And you know, I walked down the fields today, and there was nobody down there picking rosehips. In fact, a gentleman came by with his dog, and he said, that brings back memories. I remember as a child collecting these, and he must have been in his 80s. So, you know, again, I wasn't born that time, so, but I remember having them at school. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start this video. I'm going to show you how I prepare it, and then I'm not very good at editing and that kind of thing, so I'm going to figure out how to edit it and join the things together. So that's going to be a new skill that I'm going to learn, because I've been on YouTube since, I don't know, can't remember now, quite a few years, but I've not got many followers, and I've not really been that interested in YouTube. But I think right now, because the allotment that I have is like quite dormant right now, I thought I'd get in my kitchen and show you some prepping for winter And this is something you can prepare and you can make and you can store it. It'll last a year in the fridge. It's basically honey and like a syrup basically, and it's a really lovely product that you can have with all sorts of nice things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just prepare a few of these. I'm not going to do many. So what I would normally do, if like the ones I made for this particular bottle, I actually topped and tailed them and then I froze them. So I might still do that. I don't have an awful lot of room in my freezer at the moment, but I'm going to top and tail them. I just need to take the ends off. So if you just see, oopsie, back again. See this little top here and the bottom bit, I'll just chop those two off. So just getting a knife, and all I do is just literally chop the top and bottom off. And I'm not going to sit here for hours showing you how to do that, because I'm sure you can all do that. But you see I've chopped the ends off, so it leaves inside the seeds. There are a lot of seeds inside. You probably can see better there. Can you see those little white seeds? So they are the seeds for the rosehip. So just as a caution, what I did one year is I took all the seeds out and did it that way, and it was a disaster because I had such sore hands. It's very, very astringent. The seeds are actually, you can use them in a product for an oil on your face, rosehip seed oil. And I have made some in the past, but it's very fiddly and it really hurts your fingers. So I wouldn't recommend, you can put gloves on if you want to, but I'm not touching them. All I'm doing is topping and tail them, and then I'll just put them in another dish. And then I'll just literally go through those. It will take me quite a while. And then what you do is I'll just quickly tell you how you make them. You just basically put them in a pan. You measure them out. So if you've got, well, I'll tell you what, I won't tell you that bit because I need to show you, because it's easier to show you on a video than it is to tell you, kind of thing. I'm kind of waffling at the moment, so I'm not used to being back on camera again, but try my best. So what else have I been doing today? I've got behind me, hidden, can you see? I've got these two massive pumpkins. These came from my allotment. So I've got this one here, and this is a Turk's turban, but it didn't turn into that. It just started, it got very big, but it didn't actually produce its little turban. And I've got this one, which it looks like a turkey. It's massive. Okay, so it's about 5 kilos, probably more. So they're going to be, oh sorry, I'm just knocking things on the floor here. They're going to be dehydrated. So I shall chop them up, take the skins off, and then just basically chop them up and put them in my dehydrator, and it will make dehydrated pumpkin, so I can use that in soups and such on. Because to be perfectly honest, if I chopped into this now and make maybe a risotto, some soup, what else I can make with it, I don't know, I'm going to have lots left, and that is not going to last. It's going to go off and it's going to be a waste. So I'm just going to dehydrate it. And the same with that's called a Blue Hubbard, that one is, and this is called a Turk's turban. I'm just going to go off camera a second, and I'm going to show you a Turk's turban, what it should look like, but it didn't turn out that way. That's the top it should look like. How amazing is that? Is it beautiful? So that's called a Turk's turban, but how small they are, they're not very big. This might be a bit of a rogue one that just got a bit, the seed might have been slightly rogue, but anyway, so that's called a Turk's turban. But that one I can just cut in half and I can have that as a meal. That's not going to be, wasted. I can make that into a soup or a curry or a risotto. But it's really worth growing those squashes, because also they make the place look beautiful. I've got a whole array of here. I'm not going to show you because I'm in the darkness over there. I've only got my ring light here. So what else have I been doing today? I picked up a cabbage from my local farm. I've been trying to buy locally, and I'd really, really suggest that you can and support the farmers at the moment. They are really being hit by certain, rules and regulations. I'm not going to go into too much of that because I don't want to get into political things, but they're really getting hammered. So to try and buy local. So this was from the farm. This was £1 and 18p, I think it was. It's a nice cabbage. It's the Savoy cabbage. It's not got its outer leaves. I have got some growing on my allotment, but not very big, so I'm planning on making sauerkraut with that tomorrow. I'll show you a video if you've never made sauerkraut. And I should be dehydrating my pumpkin, I'll show you that. And the other thing I've done is I bought some garlic for my allotment. I bought this along with when I bought the honey. This is Casablanca. I'm not sure if it's a hard neck or soft neck garlic. I'll have to do a little bit of a Google search. I've never grown this one before. What I have done before is I've actually saved, if I can find my garlic. Oh, here we go. I've got a little tray, whoops, a little thing here of garlic. So this is my homegrown garlic, my little bulb. So what I've done, I've actually taken some of these little seeds or little cloves from my last year's garlic, and I've saved them and I've put them in the ground and I'm growing them. It's the first time I've kind of done all of my garlic this way, and I'm not sure if it's going to work because last year I did half and half. I did half this saved bulbs and the other half I bought. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to safeguard. I'm going to add again a little bit more. So there's 3 bulbs in there that are back there. There's 3 bulbs. And I don't like all this plastic, but hey, what you can do. So there's about 10 cloves in each one. So there's probably going to be 30 garlic plants in there, or garlic bulbs in that. So that'll grow 30 bulbs. And each bulb, I don't know, roughly costs about, say if it costs 50p, it probably doesn't, probably cost a bit more than that. But that's that was £4.50, I think it was, or £5, I can't remember now. But that's going to be, you know, 30 cloves of garlic. So that's kind of like £15 worth of garlic in English money. So if they all grow, obviously, and they usually do. I'm you know, I'm quite good at growing garlic. It's something that I never thought I'd grow because I'm not a massive fan of garlic, or I never used to be, until I grew my own, and it just tastes so different than the shop bought garlic. I don't know what they do to the shop bought garlic, but that tastes amazing, and it's not as strong and flavoursome, much more flavoursome. So I'm going to let you go. Just hopefully we will be back tomorrow doing some more prep. So I should be prepping these, seeing how we go with them and showing you how to make the syrup. I'm going to top and tail them now, so it's going to take a little bit of time, then I'll freeze them, as I said. But anyway, I hope you're having a great day yourself. Hope things are good with you. I'm hoping now to get back onto YouTube, as I said. And yeah, it's all how it's meant to be right now. You know, we are in a transition, and I'll just tell you a little bit about the astrology because, as you all know, I teach yoga. I'm very interested in spiritual stuff and the astrology. So in 2008, Capricorn, or rather Pluto, went into the sign of Capricorn. And it went to the sign of Capricorn for about 20 years. I'm actually a double Capricorn, so it really hit me. And in 2008, when it actually hit the sign, my marriage ended. I had quite a lot of difficulties in my life. It was not a particularly good time, but I bounced back. I bounced back, and things are a lot better. It's now going out of Capricorn. And it's been going in and out of Capricorn and going into Aquarius. So what I'm trying to say is, in a roundabout way, we're in the final transit, the final push of Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn. And Pluto is transformation. It changes stuff. It breaks down structures. So if you think about Capricorn, Capricorn is a traditional sign. It likes tradition. It's quite formal, it's about government, it's about royal family, it's about, well, politics, it's about big business, banking, finances, all kind of that kind of thing. So we're in the actual final push kind of thing to move up, finally, Pluto going into Aquarius. So that will change everything. So that's happening on the 18th and 19th of November. So for those of you who are struggling right now with anything that feels like it's not working anymore, the marriage maybe, a relationship, your job, anything like that, that's all going to be influenced by this last transit, because it's literally like the final push. And it can feel a little bit disruptive, to say the least. But good news, it won't happen again for another 200 years. So those Capricorns out there that has had a bit of a tough time since 2008, we can have a party on the 18th and 19th, because it won't be back in our sign till 250 years time. So we won't be here unless you, yeah, whatever. But yes, it's going to go into Aquarius. It's going to be in Aquarius for about 18 years. So we are going to be in quite a transformational time. It's the energy of air, which is about technology. It's about really about getting more connected to things like this, you know, like homesteading kind of stuff. What I would love, and this is one on my dream board, and I'll share it with you, I would love a small holding with a small little house, maybe a bit of land so I can build another house, and so I can have a couple of houses, and just to have like that freedom of growing your own. I'm mainly vegetarian, but I'd love some animals, not to maybe eat, maybe some chickens for the eggs. Yeah, so that's my dream. So that's kind of, it's mind stuff, Aquarius. It's about, as I say, it's about technology, it's about air. It's about advancing, I can't remember what the word is, advancement into more technology. So it will be more AI or super AI, but it will be as also changing, our DNA might be updated, all that kind of stuff. And if you think I'm talking woo-woo, that's absolutely fine. But I know, and I will be so happy when it finally comes out of my sign, because it's been so challenging over the last, a long time. It's been a long time. So 16 years or so, 17 years, and it's been tough. But you know, they always say, you know, that when the tough gets going, you know, we all sort of go on and carry on with our lives, and yeah, and nobody died by having hard work and battling things. It makes you stronger, doesn't it, at the end of the day? That's what I'm trying to say. It makes us stronger, it makes us resilient, and yeah, but one thing we do need to bring in is the energy of peace. So I am going to be doing a retreat soon, and the retreat is I'm trying not to say too much because people that are watching this video might be coming on my retreat, but it's going to be all about peace and relaxation and looking after yourself. So, and I've also got, and this is, yeah, you might want to be coming on this one. I have still got spaces on this, and it's a very special place. It's called Lord Derby in Leicestershire, and I'm doing a collaboration with my lovely friend Gavin, who's a yin yoga teacher, and we are collaborating together, and we're bringing together the power of sound and the power of healing with yin yoga, because yin yoga works on our meridian system, it works on balance. So Gavin will be doing mostly the teaching of yoga, and I will be doing all the sound healing. I'll also be doing some Reiki healing during the session. There'll be some yoga nidra. So it's going to be that energy of really cozy time. It's in February. I think it's the 14th or 15th of February, I can't remember right now, but I will be doing another video telling you more about that, and I might go to Lord Derby and show you where it's going to be, because it's the most beautiful setting. If you've never been there, it's truly amazing. I'm actually also doing a retreat, which is fully booked now in April, with the lovely Alison Glover, and we do our yoga at Lord Derby. So that's something to watch out for the following year, because it basically gets filled up really quickly. So yeah, that's me right now. So I just thought I'd come on and just tell you, update you where I am, what I'm up to. And hopefully, if you've never followed me before, then send me a like, you know, subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. My channel is all about lifestyle, it's about empowerment, it's about looking after yourself. We'll be doing some yoga and breathing, lots and lots of food related videos during the winter. And through the summer I'm hoping to do a little bit more growing and showing you how to grow, no dig. Yeah, so it's all good. Anyway, my lovelies, I'm going to go and I will see you soon, hopefully, in my next video, and have a lovely rest of your evening. Ta-ta! Bye-bye!